Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing great on this Wednesday morning. Mr. TC, Mr. Ed, Mr. Groundfog, Mr. B. Shady, Mr. Scott, Mr. Pete. Hope y'all are doing great. I myself am not doing the greatest. I'm still trying to maintain a good attitude, but I've got a toothache this morning. And if you've ever had a toothache, you know that they are painful. Probably toothache and back pain are the only two pains that men can endure, can get that are anywhere close to childbirth. But yeah, I did just take something to try to help the pain, so hopefully that will fix that. But toothaches suck. I inherited great teeth genetics from my family, not. Good morning, Keep It Scale, stupid. Hope you're doing well as well. Well as well. On this hump day. So, yeah. It's supposed to have some rain here today. Going to try to get out and do a little yard work, but looks like I might have to put that off to tomorrow. But yeah, I noticed you were up for a while last night. Keep it scale, stupid. Yeah, Ed, you've said that about the teeter thing. I've got a purple mattress, and I couldn't believe. I would recommend them to anybody in the world. I've never slept in my entire life. I didn't get it till I was well over the age of 45. And I tossed and turned and rolled over every night of my sleep for the first, 47 years of my life until I got a purple mattress. And the first night I slept on it, I didn't ever turn over. I woke up the same position that I went to sleep, and that tripped me out because I had never done that in my life. Yeah, toothache sucks. I would agree. I have lower back pain pretty much all the time, but it's not that bad. Purple mattress are amazing. Like, I could not believe that I didn't toss and turn. And now, whichever position I go to sleep in is the way I wake up. And I've not been like that my entire life. I always had to switch sides, turn over, roll over. It's pretty much awesome. Yeah, I've done the clove thing. The only problem, I appreciate that, Denise. I found that once you get reliant on either Orajel or clove, you have to continue using it or it just gets worse. So I try not to do that. I'm hoping it'll just go away in a day or so. But I do need to go to the dentist, but I probably won't. I'll probably just endure the pain. Yeah, TC, I'm glad your procedure went well yesterday. That's super cool. So, last night, yeah, if I put Orajel on it, you just become dependent on it. Like, it gets worse and worse, and it seems like if I take, what I usually do is just take an exorbitant amount of regular, like, ibuprofen, because, they give you 800 milligrams at the hospital, so I take 4, and I usually take 8. Get antibiotics there. Yeah, I've got a place I can call, an online doctor that'll send me in a prescription for amoxicillin or one of those for abscess or something for like $40 online. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, enough of my pain. It'll get over. But yeah, the purple mattress is amazing. like I said, I've never slept in my life where I didn't toss and turn and roll over and have to switch sides and blah blah blah. And the first time I slept on a purple, like, and every single time since then I've slept on a purple. However I go to sleep is how I wake up. And I'm a big guy, so I think that has to do with a lot of it on the regular mattress. I guess the purple cradles you, I don't know. Anyway, in my pocket last night, again, I had this in the front pocket. I'm really liking this knife. Like I said, I'm trying to get the blade. I want to see how LMAX does. I've heard good things about LMAX, but I've just not run it through its paces and cut enough with it. So I'm trying to use this one. Morning knives are life. Trying to use this LMAX steel and see what it's talking about. And then yesterday, I started to talk about a knife at the end that I had gotten in the mail, but I didn't mention it. Haven't done the flipper delete yet, but it's coming. Because I doubt I'll ever open it using a flipper tab. It's the way I just reach for it. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably coming. And then yesterday I started to talk about a knife I received. And the only reason I bought this knife is because of the deal I got on it. I got it for well less than $200. And it should have been a lot more than that. And that is a basically brand new. I'm a brother with Ed now. A Hoback Sumo. In DLC and black. And I got the whole little wooden crate for it. All the goodies. The little wrenches, all that stuff. And I got it for well less than $200, so I couldn't pass up that deal. I didn't know I was going to buy it, but a guy gave me a deal on it. And I've not had a Hoback, original Hoback, and Ed is right, man. The action on these things is great. Now I want a Sumo. Now I want a Summit, now that I've got the Sumo. Yeah, I couldn't believe the deal the guy gave me on this one. That's the only reason I got it. I don't normally like black knives, and I probably won't keep this one forever. I'll probably pass it on to someone who does enjoy blackness. The only thing about this knife that another reason I'll probably get rid of it is because it's a little small for me. It's one of those 3.5. I can get 4 on it, kinda, but it wants to be 3.5, as you can kind of see. And the clip being where it is, it hits my hand in a kind of weird spot that I'm not used to. I guess I could get used to it. It's not that bad, but it is in a weird place. Yeah, I definitely want a Summit, Ed. After trying this one, I really do like the lockup, and these two help with the lockup, I'm quite sure. Some button locks, most all button locks have just a little bit of wiggle, and this one has absolutely zero. And I'm pretty sure it's because of those stop pin, whatever thing, stop tabs, yeah, stop tabs. That's what I'll call them. But yeah, I love looks of it. Great knife. Yeah, I love the shape of the pivot too. Just that's the only difference really between it and the Kubi version, is the Kubi just didn't mill all this out and put a round pivot in it. But yeah, the action on it is butter. It closes so good. And it came with this cool wooden box. I mean, who doesn't like a wooden box? It's even got a nice cutout of the foam where the knife fits in there perfectly. And then the foam goes in and covers it up, protects it. So yeah, it came with the 2 wrenches and the little card for it. So I probably won't carry that one often, but I did carry it last night. And then yesterday, in the mail, I got the awesome, I cannot believe Sever sent me this. I love the milling of it. Like, I love the look of it. I love the milling of it. I love the non-flipperness of it. I love the milled clip. I love the milled scales. It of course, is another Tucson. It's got the great blade shape that I love and that I thought he loved. I'm pretty sure the only reason he got rid of this, I mean, other than him just being a cool guy, is it's got D2 blade steel. So I don't have a problem with D2 at all. I noticed that the version that I was bidding on eBay of this knife was their proprietary YJ103 whatever steel. So it looks like they've quit making this D2 version and make their YJ steel one. But this one is D2, and they make a version. But yeah, man, I like D2. And I love that blade shape. I love the action on it. It's got such butter action. Like, I was surprised with the action more than anything, and the milling. I mean, the action on it is just great. So thank you very much, Sever, when you wake up and happen to see this. I am in return. I'm going to use the same pouch he sent me this knife in. So he sent me this little pouch, and I'm going to send that Sabenza back, or the Incozy back to him. I keep calling it stupid Sabenza. I'm going to send him the one that I did the lines on video. I'm going to send that back to him. And I've already got it to where it's almost, you can almost shake it closed now, and it opens way better. So just using it a few times yesterday, it started to get these washers a little better. So they're getting better. It at least now opens and almost will shut without using your finger. I mean, it will. Oh, there we go. Got it. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's getting better every time I use it. Washers will get broke in good, and then they'll last forever. So, yeah. I'm going to use the same pouch he sent me to send that back to him in. And today I'm also sending off Waylon's titanium knife. Since he doesn't have a titanium knife, I'm going to give him one. And there was one other thing I was supposed to send off today. Can't remember what that was. Oh, by the way, we haven't had an update, but a couple of days ago, that guy that Sever helped, can't remember the initials guy that got the knives from me, the bundle, and was going to give them away to friends. And I gave him, or Sever bought him the 940, or contributed some money towards the 940, and I gave him another knife to give to his friends. He did receive those a couple days ago. DC. Yeah. He did get those knives. Hopefully we'll hear an update from him about how his friends liked them at some point. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So a few people have gotten their duck clones in, and the action looks great on them. And I shared a link in the link section to ones that are still available. There are, Juful's store popped back up, and the Rosies are all available, and so is the duck in the dark wash version. We've got some knife picks and such in the Discord popping up. So let me bring that up really quick. Ed is showing a bunch of Hobacks, it looks like. What do we got here? We got the Kubi version, the Summit, the Sumo, and what is the top one? Husky, the Hoback Husky. So that's an awesome shot of all the Hobacks. And that Sumo is for sale if y'all would like it. Yeah, there's the Husky. Yeah, that's a great knife. That looks cool. It's got that kind of hinderer back on it that I was talking about. It was real comfortable in the hand. I love that blade shape too. Super cool. Then we got some pocket checks. Scott, let's see. No, Nick TC yesterday posted a McNeese. Awesome Mac. Nick T posted for Warney Wednesday his DeVille and his Riot TSF, one of only 12 in the U.S. or one of only 20 in the U.S. exclusive knife. And then Scott has got a bunch of stuff today, as usual. An Ambitious, a Boker Balisong, a Zebra M301 pen and pencil set, and a Thronite light. So you gotta love that. I like the clip on the little budget Spyderco. Great little beater. Let's see. Pictures. Good pictures, Scott. Good job on the photos. Like I said, I put a link to the duck that's left. There is one version left, and that's the dark wash, stonewash version. For $92. I hopped on and was able to find this version in one of his stores, and it popped up as available, so I tried to order another one, and the order went through, so we'll see if I actually get it or if he cancels it. But I did try to order another one of the milled ones to pass off to one of y'all if you want it. And then let me show you what the action looks like on it from the people that have gotten them. That picture was funny. Hard use on the Cortex. So, let's see here. Oh yeah, those Tanto PM2s and PM3s are pretty cool. And they're real hard to find, but this guy found, he put together a hodgepodge of titanium scales and a clone blade. And somebody bought up one of those Bestech Supersonics that I've got, which is a weird knife you don't see very often. I've got one of them. And a Tucson. But here's the, let's see. Down here will be the action on the duck. I guess I could type in duck and save us some time from scrolling. New. So yeah, here's the action on it, which looks super satisfying. It's a dangerous way of closing the knife, but I guess it's his thing. Not my thing. It's fun seeing how people open and close knives, though. The thing sure is a beauty, though. So that's that. Scott, oh, the Husky has an adjustable detent. Oh, that's awesome. It's got a little set screw. That's super cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, Pete mentioned that the drop for the Gecko Customs was yesterday. Did any of y'all grab one of those? The pre-order for the Pictus. So this one sold out, the milled plain Jane. But it looks like the plain Jane and the milled and regular dark wash are still available. And I guess there's a... Is this a G10 version? Like, what's... Or is that just that black? It's just black titanium, I guess. Yeah, black wash. So that's the technique I'm trying to learn, which we might attempt tomorrow if I can get my setup set up. I'm thinking I might buy one of these milled ones with the dark wash, because I don't like black wash, but I can deal with dark wash. And I do like the micro milling on it. 3.66 inch blade. It's S90V, so that is a great steel. I love the hand satin. I love the nested liner lock with the button, with the, you know, the release. Like the way they've got it there. Looks like it would be fun to operate. Cool knife. Did anybody buy one? Yeah, the pre-order. Oh, I didn't know it had been open. I thought it just started. I thought last time we looked at it, I know we looked at it, but I wasn't sure the pre-order was on yet or not. I've been slacking. Let's see, I had a couple of links I wanted to look at. First of all, I forgot yesterday to look at this one, which is all the new Civivi for May. The Buster FG will finally hit. Can't wait to grab one of those. Looks like they're really a couple of new Wii's also. Late May. I guess I'll get that blue and silver one because that's the only one without a black blade. That Gordo looks pretty cool too. Anybody else looking forward to the Buster FG? Let's see, Civivi. See if they got any kind of stats on it. Yep. Coming soon. What a cool knife for 115 bucks. It's got the Snex lock, super lock on it. Natural blue coarse G10. Designed by Snex. That's cool. The other versions, I guess, the green one is more expensive. 4.2 inch blade. Wow. So I'm quite sure it's the same size as my Buster that I have. Good morning, Sever7. Thank you for the knife. I got it yesterday and I love it. I don't know how the shipping comes so fast from you to me and me to you, but it's like 2 days. Boom. Seems like you just sent it. But yeah, that, I guess 4.2, I guess that's the same size as mine. This is my Buster without the Snex lock in titanium. So I guess this is a frame lock, but I guess the blade length is probably the same as the new one. And probably overall looks is probably the same, but the lock is different. So yeah, it's 4.2. So that's a big boy. Yeah, man. I was wondering why you gave it up, man. It looks like your blade type and blade style, and the only thing I could think of was the D2 steel, maybe. I mean, other than just that you're an awesome guy. But I can't sell that Buster, Ed. I wish I could. Yeah, I say it's MF Doom. Like Mr. Nobody, not many people know who MF Doom is. That's funny that you said that. Yeah, it took me a while to find this one, Ed. But if it ever does go anywhere, I'll promise you it'll go to you. And I'll take good care of it in the meantime. I love this thing. I love big knives. This is a big one. Yeah, I don't bust it out very often. It's another one that I probably won't carry much. Well, thank you a lot, Sever. I will use this one and cherish it. And I told everybody I'm going to ship that in the same little pouch you gave me. I'm going to ship this one back to you. And it's already breaking in better. It's opening better. It's closing better. So you get those washers broke in, it ought to be a good knife. Yeah, I know I'd love the Summit and the Husky, Ed. He said I'm not into British rap, so I don't get the... Well, that'd be kind of funny that you even knew. Yeah, no problem, Sever. Thank you. This one has great action, as you can see. The blade's so big, it just guillotines. Yeah, it was sad about MF Doom. R.I.P. MF Doom. All right. So, had a couple more links. We looked at the Civivis. Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't really look at the Civivi stuff. I kind of went away, but what's up with this Triptech? I guess is what it is. Triptech. So this is another one of their new versions, $76. Coming soon. The white one would be the only one I would buy. 76 bucks. I like it except for the holes. But I almost don't mind the holes on this one. I don't know why. Civivi gets away with putting holes on things in my book a little bit. And with the G10, if it was titanium, I'd be mad. But with the G10, I'm not so mad. And I like the looks of that little knife. Right at 3-inch blade, so it's a good size. It's a button lock. A lot of you don't like button locks, so that would be an issue. Let's see this Gordo. See what it's talking about. So that's a little 2.5-inch blade. I would get the green one. They put a hole in it too. It's got D2 blade steel. What did that other one have? Did it have D2? Nope, it had 14C 28N. Do all the versions of it have 14C? Yes, besides their Damascus. And all these have D2 except the Damascus. Alright, what else do we have over here in the Wii section? The BRR-15. Sever looks like he would like that one. Let's see if Wii Knives is doing as well as Civivi about the coming soon. What was it again? BRR-15. Come on. So yes, coming soon. 325. Let's see, I would pick this version of this one. M390 blade. Warncliffe. Flipper tab. Top flipper. I like the size. I guess it's a regular flipper, but it's kind of pointed to the top. Yeah, I like the looks of that one. Let's see. What was that other Wii? Yeah, I figured you'd like both of these. The Kyklos. The Dyklos. What? The Kyklos. So that would be my version of it. Hand rubbed satin. Oh yeah, they put the good lines on it again. Yeah, I like that one myself. Oh, they put Wii on the clip this time instead of on the pivot. So there's a Wii without the Wii on the pivot. Huh. They put it on the clip. They had to make sure it was on there somewhere. So they put it on the clip. But yeah, I really like that blade shape. I could do without the little holes. Like, But once again, they put just little ones and they're in the right place to be considered speed holes, I guess. So it's not quite as bad. Love that blade. I love that hand satin. And I guess that's why it's more expensive, because of the hand satin. $15 more for the hand satin. This one's got a different two-tone look to it. Not sure what I think about that. Let's go look at the big money one. The Fafnir Damascus pattern. So that is their high-end Damascus pattern. They offer it on quite a few of their higher-end $700 knives. Love that pivot. What is it? Yeah, I love the pivot on both sides. That's the prettiest pivot with a Torx hole in it right there I've ever seen. Yep, we knows how to do their thing. Alright, so we got past those links. Let's see, what else did I have? These were two customs that I wanted to look at. Wondered if anybody had seen those two knives. Keep it scale stupid. Speed holes to me are not legit because they're just stupid to me, because the whole back of the knife is open. So how are you gaining any speed or air pressure? How is it helping the air pressure of the blade closing when the whole back's open? If there were speed holes on an integral, I could almost believe that they're actually speed holes. But no, they're not legit in my book. But yeah, I like both of those. Those are both pretty sweet knives. Canada Custom versus USA Custom. Those pavers, yeah, I guess he said they're pavers. Yeah, that pattern, pretty wild. So it's a Tom Crine Alpha. So we need to check out that knife, because that looks like a pretty nice beast. So the jade one is $1,400. Wow. That looks like a CRKT squid a little bit for $1,400. But that's the cost of going custom. Yeah. And oh, please don't make a cheaper, inexpensive version of that for us to all be able to afford. Make sure you keep it $1,500 so none of us can own it. Okay, so it's not nearly as big as I thought. Or maybe it's just fat. I can't tell, but I don't like how they don't have stats on here. Guess we could go back and try to find an actual. So here's an orange one for $3,000. see sizes on it either. Nitro V. An orange G10 for $3,000. Alright then. What do we got? What's the Rossetti? Peter Arizona Custom Knives. He makes quite a few knives that I like, including the Persian from CKF. But that custom Nirvana with the rock scales on it was pretty sweet. I still need to get a real Nirvana integral, something like that. Sever just posted a Grail. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Patrick Martin Knives. The only so I've got the I've got that bead blasted Python. And I wish this one was an integral, but it's not. It's got the lines. But this is another great design. The Nirvana and this knife are both great knives. So yeah, I wanted to talk about those two customs for a minute, and then I had, oh yeah, this was a great shot that this guy had. And I hope most of all y'all should be able to name every one of these, but very good classic lineup of some nice gray knives. And that is a good collection and represents the spectrum of good USA made knives. Great picture. The only one I don't really have or have felt is the Les George. The other ones I have. That's a great picture. And that's all my style right there. Like, y'all wonder why I like PJ? That's why, because of a picture like this. Great representation of USA made knives. And like I said, the Les George over here, only one I haven't felt. Yeah, I guess that's the only integral on the page, huh? MK3. So if you don't know what they are, it's a Microtech Ultratech, CRK Umnumzan, a Hinderer XM18, a Rosie, a 20.5, a Mac 2, 3.5 it looks like, the Les George MK3, and a Strider SMF. So let's get some. I want to see the spine of that Les George. That's a definite fair price for that knife. You can't find them for that anymore. And of course, they're not going to have a picture. That one's not an integral. It's got screw holes. But the one in the picture, yeah, the one in the picture has screw holes too, Sever. It's got 2 screws back there holding it together. I didn't notice that before we went and looked. So it's definitely 2 pieces. Does Les George make an integral? I'm sure he does. Let's do a search here and see if yeah, this is a collabo that he did. That's an integral. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like that collabo with the Leishowitz, the EK is the only one. And there's Metal Complex talking about he didn't know about it, which doesn't surprise me really. The Leishowitz.
Grind options, man, the action on that is beautiful, and it's very easy to deploy too. I really like that. You guys know that I have this fascination with things that have a symmetrical aesthetic. You can see the pivot is slightly kicked over, and that's probably to allow the blade to deploy. Well, I guess it's so the blade falls into the handle in a very specific way, right? I mean, they couldn't have the pivot back, I guess. It's hard. I don't design or manufacture knives, right? That's just my guess, is to get it to fall in place and deploy as intended. But
it's a cool little knife. It's one of those yeah, $400 for that's not a bad price at all. Either one of those prices was great. Like this $425 for that one is a great price. I love the VECP, and that's my favorite. Les George. There's the VECP. That's my favorite Les George. The Talos looks pretty sweet too, though. So yeah, that's a sweet knife. Real good prices on these button lock VECP. That's super cool. Yeah, that Talos did look good, Sever. I agree. Wonder what size it is. Let's see. Les George Talos. All right, 8 inches, 3.5 inch blade, so about perfect size. That's where I like my knives. 8 inches, 3.5 inch blade, about perfect for me. I wish it had the blade part right here reversed. I wish it had a harpoon instead of a cliff drop off. I would like it even better then. I guess he doesn't do that much with his knives. He does the opposite of a harpoon. He wants you to be able to pull it out easily instead of pull it out hard. That's what she said. Yeah, it did look small, mister. But the 3.5 fooled me. The 8" and 3.5, it looked small to me too. That's why I was wanting to see the specs on it. Centering looks great on it. Let's see last time one sold on Knife Swap and what it went for. So 10 days ago, he's looking for a trade. He wanted to trade for a Talos or a Shiro. That's a Hinderer. Black Hinderer that he wanted to trade. Monkey Crew. So let's see. Here's one. Defiant 7 Les George Talos button lock. So there's the button lock version. It sold for $190. Wow. It's a good price. Let's see. Here it is. Here's the last one that actually sold. This one sold for $375. And that's a purty one. Got a scratch on it. That's all right. Looks kind of plain. Oh, the centering's way off on that thing. Need to fix that, buddy. Somebody sharpened it. Looks like it has decent action from what I can see. Yeah, the centering was way off. It just begged me to stab stuff. Was vapor honed before I got it. Has a couple marks on it. Looks to have been sharpened. He doesn't say anything about it being off center, but I don't know if it was just me, but it looked way off center to me. Yeah, it's not just me. It's way off center. Huh. They're supposed to note stuff like that on Knife Swap, so he sold a VECP also for $500. I like that one better. Centering's better on it too. So I believe we might be able to get those pretty soon. Kind of like that duck that I showed earlier. Oh, like you check, look down the spine to see if it's twisted? Are you talking about, holding it this way and looking if it's twisted? Like you look down a 2x4? Yeah, I don't ever do that either. I just assume because they use magnetic tables, to flatten everything, so I figured they're not going to work. But yeah, that would be something you could check. I don't ever look down my knives that way. Oh yeah, like just the alignment with the frame. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess if it's closed and it's centered, then when it's open, it'll be centered most of the time. I don't know. Yeah, but you don't ever see that. That's true. We got a link I'm not supposed to click on, or Sever's not supposed to click on it. That means I can click on it, huh? Whoa, I just did something crazy. Hold on. I moved my camera. Oh yeah, that is a nice knife. Osho. Double click it and give it a heart. That is a beauty. Mister, so you're saying it can be centered but uncentered when open? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, anything could happen. I just don't ever think about that. How do you look down it? Do you look down it on the back, or do you look down at whoa, smoke. Or do you look down it with the blade, or you do both? Man, the action on this thing is great too, Sever. Like, it just wants to close perfect. That's about perfect action for me. When you just give it just a little tap and it just keeps the same speed all the way down. Yeah, awesome action. Thank you so much, Sever. Still tripping. I love this thing. I think I might, nah. I was going to say, I think I might make it some bright, cool color, but I can't. I think I will color the clip on it, though. Just to give it a little splash. Might do the pivot surrounds, too, the same color. Like a purple. Or a blurple. Got something that just popped up in the Discord, as y'all just heard. Under knife picks. Oh yeah, I had another link too. This is what they sent Sever 7 for approval. So what do y'all think of this? I think the pattern goes good with the blade cutout. I think the angles match the angles of the knife good. I like it. I like it a lot. Already on top of it, Sever. Yeah, I like that pattern a lot. What do you think of it? That's what matters. I love the thumb ramp on it. Glad you threw that in. Nice little sharpening choil. Love the blade grind. Is it an integral? I meant to ask you that. It doesn't have screw holes on this side, so I'm assuming it is. It's either got a full backspacer or it's an integral. I never did ask you about it being an integral. I'm assuming it is now that I look at it. Yeah, that's super sweet. I had a... So it's just got a solid backspacer, or does it have a cap over it? Is it going to have the little cap thing, or does the whole top slide over? Yeah, I think I see the line. Yeah, I do. I see the milling line, so right there. So this whole top piece slides over the liner, huh? I think I'm right about that. Whoops. I was going around it trying to look. But you can kind of see where, right up here at the front, where this front texture is. Looks like it's connected to the back maybe, and it slides over, kind of like my Excite-On does. Yeah, that's super cool. One more link I had to look at really quick. Yeah, I say it's a go, Sever. I like the pattern. Everybody else seems to too. Somebody was asking me about a 940 equivalent kind of knife, and this guy said he's been carrying a 940 for years, and he thinks the new Spyderco Slim might finally replace it in his pocket. So a lot of people will hate the hump in the Spyderco, and forever I was just like that. I hated the way Spydercos looked. So some people will hate that, but other than that, I could see it being a great little daily user. We looked at one. We looked at them on either Knife Center or Blade HQ or something a few weeks ago. It's not as high of a price as some of their... It looks like they have a few different variants too. So it's only $277 on Blade HQ. It looks like it would be a good user, and like I said, Lion Steel's been doing their thing with the collabos, and I love the Spy My 2. But they're not for everybody because of the way they look. This is another site that's one of those sites where you can pre-order knives here before they're out and have to wait forever. If you've ever bought from Deadwood, you'll know what I'm talking about. They do have a lot of knives that come out. They're listed here, and you can buy them, but they're not really released yet. Kind of a weird website. Let's go back and just stare at Sever's knife for a minute while we're in between. Yeah, I like the twisted twisted angles, twisted. You said chaos or something, or what'd you call it? Yeah, chaos. Oh yeah, that came up in the video we watched of McNeese talking about his clone, and the guy that did a YouTube video comparing the McNeese clone. So let me see if I can find that video again. So we watched this, but that was one of the main differences. Let me see if this is what you're talking about, mister. Because I like that too. Whoops, hold on. So right here in this video.
So here's another one.
He talks about the differences between this clone and the real thing.
This time we got the McNeese, and
one of the main differences is the lock bar cutout.
I got this.
Is a lot thinner
well
on the clone than the original.
Than the plain.
So right there you can see the gap around that lock bar is huge. I think that's what you're talking about.
The one I really wanted, though, which I couldn't find, style, which they call the jig. They're both pretty cool.
So you can see over there on the left one. Is that what you're talking about? So that's one of the major differences between the two. So I prefer the one on the left to the one on the right. I think it's just tighter tolerances and looks better. But is that what you're talking about, mister? I think I lagged for a minute too. YouTube gave me some kind of error thing. But yeah, that's a good example right there of what he was talking about. Let's see how these are. Yeah. See, that one's just got a very thin line. That one does too. That one's got a lot bigger line. And that one's got nested liners. This one has nested liners. And this one is not a frame lock. So, yeah, this one has huge gap. Man, I'm telling you, this Asher's, I'm pretty sure right now, these two are going in my pocket today. This one's going in my front pocket. And this Asher's going back in my back pocket. As it is a heck of a knife. The action on it is perfect. He didn't ever answer me about who OEM'd it, so one of y'all contact him and figure out if this is a petrified fish or a kunwu. Because I want to know because of the action. And the overall build quality. I love the texturing on this. Such a grippy knife. Yeah, I'm still loving this thing. I'm going to get some more use out of it today. I need to carry this more just to test that LMAX, but I can't not carry the Tucson today. Yeah, I'm wondering about some of my integrals now that you've said that. I wonder how the lock bar is on integrals, because that would be a real test to see how how close they got them on integrals. So let me look at a couple of them. Hold on just a second. I gotta switch cases here. On my left hand closing cases and right hand on knives. All right, let's see this other case here. See if I can find a couple of my integral frame locks. I don't know where they're at in the case yet, so I'll have to dig, but I know where one of them is, and that's this one. So the lines on the Dan Carrera are not bad. Carrera. They're not too bad. They're not too thick. All things considered, when it's closed, you can see it better. They're right in that mid-range. They're not huge. They look bigger from some angles than others, but it's pretty big. But that's an integral, so you got to take that into account. Let's see. Here's my Ling Ma integral. So it has maybe about the same, a little less maybe. Let's see. Yeah, maybe just a hair less. Yeah, that's a curious question I hadn't really thought about. What is one of my other integrals in here? Do I have a... Oh yeah, here's my Excite-On. That's kind of got that... No, that's definitely not my Excite-On. It's next to my Excite-On. But this one has that kind of faux cover. Makes it look like an integral. You look at that part, it looks like an integral, but then you see the line there. So Severs goes on up to the front here, and it covers the whole side instead of just the top. So his has got a cap that fits over and covers the whole side. And if you look back at that picture, you can see where the top up there is connected to the side piece that slides over the whole scales. And it comes all the way up, which is a much better design in my estimations than the one I've got in my hand. They should have done this one better, where it went up further or something. That's the same kind of idea. So this is not an integral, but kind of looks like one. It's a big boy knife. I can get lots of fingers on it. I could get 5 if I was a Nephilim. It's that long, skinny knife like Sever likes too. It's probably about the same size as, pretty close, probably the same size as his design. If he's getting, I don't know. I forgot to ask him about the blade length too. It probably won't be quite this big. I totally forgot I bought this knife. I got carried it one night. Huh. What to do with some knives. Ron Crow, appreciate you, sir. I think everybody uses titanium because of its durability, lightness, and strength. And its rust, where it can't rust either. It's a lot stronger than aluminum. But I think maybe people use titanium because of its tensile strength and its to weight ratio is the main reason. It's to get the weight down on knives, and its tensile strength is so strong. Like, I can't, like, y'all just don't understand, but like this titanium wire right here is super thin, and it is so strong. Trying to bend a little 1 millimeter sheet of titanium, like I've got one right here that I bought. This is aluminum, and but those titanium sheets that I've got that are 1 millimeter thick, I can't bend them. Like, it is so strong. It's crazy strong. Just like Pete said. There's that supersonic that I said that guy bought. That's a weird Bestech that not many people have or have seen. I was totally shocked. I like my version better, but I got it for super cheap, and I wanted to check out a Bestech branded knife. I think it's the only Bestech that I have. I could bend it, but it would hurt. I use pliers when I bend it. This Bestech has great action too. It's a cool little knife. Yeah, it will snap. I had that wire snap on me when I tried to bend it. I can't think. I'm just having a total that brain fog on my integrals. If I've got any more nice integrals besides the Tucson's. Oh, y'all remember the Baskin I bought? So I know Pete does, because he said something about the crazy blade shape. But the guy I bought the Baskin from, when I bought it, he didn't have, I guess he didn't have the box, and I bought it without it. I got a great deal on it. But he messaged me just a couple of weeks ago and said that he found the box for the Baskin and was going to send it to me. So he sent me the Baskin box and paid shipping on it and the pouch after I'd already bought the knife from him like months ago. So I've got all the stuff now for the Baskin. So I mean, knife community people are super cool. Like, some of the best people I've met in my life. But he paid shipping after I'd already bought this knife from him months ago, just because he ran across this box. And I was like, dude, I was like, super cool, thank you. Like, and that's a cool little milled handle too, with a wild recurve blade. I just got it to go with my artisan collection. Y'all know me and buying some knives just to go with the others. And I still love this Caruso. Like, it's one of my favorite artisans that I've gotten. Yeah, Nick, I remember that one is, but it's not going to have the frame lock that I'm looking for. But I love this Caruso. It's got that nice little thumb ramp with cool milling on it too. I like how it's flat down here and not milled. I like the pattern on it. It's a cool knife. Got a bunch of cool knives that I don't carry way enough. This is another one that I've never carried. That's a great artisan. Great blade shape, big boy. Big 5-finger knife again. The Aryan. S35 VN. Yeah, I know. I got some Tucson's. I got 3 of those, but I'm just having a brain fog on the other ones in here. Because I know there's got to be another one in this main case. But I can't find it, so. Oh. I know 2 of them. I just skipped right past out of my clone case. Which one we want the name of? The Aryan? This one? You asking the name of this one? It's the Aryan? Oh, did you get that Satyr finally? Just like this one? With the micro milling? It's a great knife. Did you finally buy it from your buddy for like 140 or whatever it was? 160? Oh, this is the YG005, the Rye Designs. From Yangi. Yeah, it is thin. Pete, I will agree. I like the Revel better myself. Laconico. I like the blade shape on the Revel a little better, and it's just as thin. It's even thinner, maybe. Yeah, I think the Revel might even be thinner. I've got calipers, so I could check that out, but the blade's longer on the Revel. I like the shape a little better on the Revel blade. Well, good. I'm glad you got a deal on it. Because I told you I didn't think it was worth what he wanted. I'm glad you finally got one. And I love my Laconico designs. The Revel is one of the greatest designs ever, in my opinion. I like both of those. I got the OG and I got the AR RPM 9 versions of both of them. And I wish they made a good blade steel with this milling pattern, because I really like these milling patterns on these. But the Revel, I don't know, I like the blade better than on it than this Satyr. And then my boa, I don't carry it enough either. But the boa is another cool artisan. Artisan does a good job and gets overlooked a lot of times. And then the button lock. Artisan. This one has great action too. It's got such a quiet closing, like it's just like boom. Cool knife. Yeah, Artisan gets overlooked a lot of times. Knives are life. Which one did you say you liked and had a mini of? Is that the air? I don't know which one they make a mini of. So the milling line on the Tucson's pretty big too on the integrals. I guess the integrals have about that same milling line on all of them. Can't find the other one. Well, where are you? Where's the bowhead, the 140? Here it is. Yep, this one has the widest yet, I think. The bowhead. Oh, the Orion. Yeah, I think I called the Orion the Arian. The button lock version is the the Arian, I believe. Hold on. Mini Orion knife. Well, artisan cutlery. Let's see what we got here. Maybe I had it right and he's got it backwards. So the Arian is the one with the point that I said. And the Orion is the button lock one that I showed that had the super quiet button. No. What is that one called? I didn't know they made them. Maybe I'm confused. What is this button lock one? What was that button lock one? I thought I had the Arian right, but the button lock one was the... There's the Rebel button lock. Oh, now I know it's it was the well, I'm not seeing it. The Ornis. So that one I was just showing is the Ornis. And the other one is the Arian that I was showing. But do they make a mini Arian? Yes. Mini Arian. Small Arian. Alright. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know they made a small one. Yeah, it's called a small Arian. I guess it's it says blade length 3 inch. So what is the The one I've got right here, yeah, 3.8. So that's a super cool. That's small Aryan. Artisan Aryan small. Well, come on. Why is it calling it one thing? Small Aryan. Knife for today. There's it in somebody's hand. Oh yeah, that's super cool. Small Aryan. Only ones that are coming up. That one says it's 3.6 inch, but the website says 3.8 inch. I'm not seeing the small one available anywhere. I'm wondering, they only made it for a little while. I mean, I'm guessing they only made it for a little while, and then so you got lucky to find one. Knives are life. Looks like they're only available in secondhand now. Small Aryan. They call it a mini Aryan here. So maybe it is a mini. Maybe the people that put small are wrong. Maybe Knives Are Life is right. But I couldn't find a mini either. White Mountain Knives exclusive. There it is. That's why it's not available. Small Aryan. White Mountain Knives has got some great exclusive knives. I love one of their Kaisers that they did. There it is. White Mountain Knives exclusive. $116.99 shipped with code knife deals 3 years ago. Small Aryan tie frame lock. The home. Here's their exclusives they have left. Exclusive RS Chaos. Exclusive Blue Militaw. Nice. Thunderbird. As y'all can hear, something's going on in the Discord. If I've got the sound on. Oh, there's a Great White. Looks a lot like the Baskin. It's like the Baskin with a bigger... Well, I hate that I missed that small Aryan. They made it in looks like they made a G10 version too. Oh, it's micarta. I wouldn't mind having the micarta one either. All right, let's go see what's going on in the Discord. Bunch of links. Pete posted the budget Revel, $44.99 Revel, and that's a copy that he would want, a baby blue and black. Well, all right then. All right, Pete. Yeah, I do prefer the smaller cutout though. I agree. I think it just shows better machining and tolerances, but looks like these integrals all have. Oh, good morning, drummer. I was wondering what happened to you this morning. Work is important, so I totally get it. Those, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I took some pain medication before the broadcast, and it did work, so I am in a lot less pain than I was, so. But yeah, tooth pain sucks. Nick, you popped in right after I showed this knife on screen, which is pretty funny. I was talking about the fact I hadn't carried it, and then you showed up on the stream. I forgot I even had it. Thank you, Mr. Drummer. Oh no, I'm not loopy. I just took some ibuprofen. Thank you, Keep It Scale Stupid. This thing has good action though. I should carry it. Yeah, this one just doesn't have the frame cutout that we were looking at, but still a cool knife. Now this one's a fake integral. It's two pieces. It's a two-piece integral. Got a titanium bolster. Oh yeah. Here's another one. This one has a big gap too. That's a big boy. You know it's a big boy when it compares. It's bigger than an 8010. I need to carry this sometime too. I need to finish making this hole bigger so I can carry it. Because man, when I just throw it in my hand, there's where my finger hits on the blade window. It hits right off. I'm not even in the cutout. And that's why I need it bigger, because when it just sits in my hand, that's where it goes. And in other people's hands, my hands are big, so in small hands, it would stick way. You'd have to use your first finger. Like everybody else would have to use their first finger, because your finger will be way down here. But my hands are bigger, and mine at least reaches to right there. So other people's hands, you'd be way down here. Unless you let it fall out of your hand. But if you lay it in your palm like you do most knives, like right there, my finger doesn't hit right. That's why I got to make that hole a little bigger. Yeah, I should get finding discontinued knives is no problem for me. That's one of my favorite things, is finding discontinued knives. Yep, I've already got the Tucson in my pocket, as I'm carrying it today for sure. And the Asher's going in the back pocket, so this one's got to go back in its bag with its brothers. Ooh, I don't like that noise. I don't like how these are in here, because they've almost all got to be touching. So I'm going to put this one over here, since it's skinnier, next to the other skinny one. And this bag has kind of had it. All right. Oh, by the way, I finished my buddy's custom watch, and I'm sending it off to him today. But it's got his name on it and logo, JD. So I'm sending that off today. The time is still right on it, and the second hand is sweeping marvelously. Thank you, Mr. Knives Are Life. That's awesome. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for members only here in a couple of days. So that just got you entered. I'm giving this Arius clone to members, to one of the members. Brand new in the bag, never been opened. Yeah, I've still got to do some testing on getting the StreamYard stuff up where it'll show all the yeah, that watch is pretty awesome. I still trip out that when he was wanting to buy one, you thought it was today, episode 111, Scott? Yeah, I did say something about 111. I said, what about 111? But yeah, here's you can see his logo and his name. Super cool watch. I took out a link on each side already for him. He's got smaller wrists than me. I'm wearing my 75th anniversary Omega, but I've got mine that's just like this one. But yeah, when he wanted to buy one, he thought it was going to have my name on it. And I was like, no, dude, it's going to have your name on it. But he was going to buy one with my name on it. That was so touching. I was like, dang. He liked the watch enough that it looked cool with just my name on it. And I was like, because the post I made on Facebook was, I was like, who has a chip watch, you know? And I was like, nobody, that's who but me. But he was going to buy a chip watch, but instead he got he got a Jason watch. Scott, yeah, I don't think I said it was going to be today, but I might have. Go back and send me a clip of that. Scott, I will do it within the next couple of episodes. I just, sorry, Scott. Anyway, yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. I guess the more members that join, the less the chances. Yeah, he picked the same. I gave him choices for all the different colors too of the bands and stuff. And he picked the same exact colors, and he wanted the same color face. The only difference is mine has a blue. Mine's not wound and not the automatic hasn't been used in a while. Shake it a few times and the second hand started right up. I don't know if you can see on mine, the second hand is blue. It stopped running on the first, evidently. I'll give it a few little shakes and it'll be fine. But yeah, the second hand on mine is blue and his is silver. But he picked the same case. Oh, and I got the Jubilee band with the three in the middle, and he got the regular band with the. That's the only real differences. He got the same case, same dial, but he got the silver second hand, and I've got the blue one. Oh yeah, and my rotor cover on mine is gold. And he wanted a black one. You can't see down in there, but his rotor cover is black. So the same little cover that I've got on mine right there with the texture, his is black. But yeah, they're cool watches. I charged him $50 to build it. And it was like $110 in parts, so he spent like $160 for a custom automatic watch with a Seiko movement. That even a cheap Seiko with the same movement is $250. But $50, it took me about 30 minutes to build it, so it's about $100 an hour. So if I could, I ought to set up a website and let people pick custom faces and build watches all day long and quit my job and just sit here online with y'all for $100 an hour. Thank you again, Sever7. And yes, sir, to answer your question, we can do it later this afternoon. I got stuff to do this morning anyway. But we'll get together tonight for the OBS stuff. I'm off tonight, so I'll be around all night. I'm off today. But I love this knife, man. It's going in my front pocket right now. The Asher's going in the back. I got to send Waylon his titanium knife today. And I got to send Sever his knife today. Oh, no problem, Sever. I think I'm going to switch out and wear my Bamford. I think I'm going to wear my Bamford Rolex today because I haven't worn it yet at all. I just sized it to fit me. I think I'm going to wear this Bamford edition Rolex today with the black and blue. And it's got the same regular bracelet that he picked. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this Omega off. Which is a beautiful watch. And put this Rolex on. See how it looks on the wrist. I did size it to fit me perfect, but I haven't worn it. I think I wore it one night to work. Yeah, this one looks nice. I got to set the date and time on it, of course, but it started working right up once I put it on my wrist and shook it a couple of times. It's the joy of automatics. No battery needed. Got the crown on the back. You got to open up. It's pretty cool with these movements too. Once you unscrew the stem, you can manually wind them. So you can just sit here and do this and wind it up. It'll be good to go. As soon as you get moving around with your wrist, the automatic kicks in. And you set the time by pulling it all the way out. So you go till it clicks past the next date. Right there. So now we're at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 9:52. Boom. And you push it in one click. And you set the date. So people think automatics are like hard to keep up with but that quick, I've already set that watch to the right time and date. And I've already wound it enough that it'll keep running from now on. So now the time's set, good to go. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna start winding it down. Been another great day. Episode 111, 111. That's a lucky number, huh? I should have done the giveaway today, Scott. You're right. I guess there's nothing that says I can't. Why don't we just do that right now and see who wins? Before we end this stream, since it's episode 111, we're gonna do the member giveaway right now. Members don't have to be here. Folks, hold on a minute. We're not done yet. Let me do a Knives Are Life. Got in just in time. Let me go to the wheel of names and create one really quick with the members. All right. Open. Oh, whoops. I just logged in to the wrong account. Hold on. Open. Sign in. I guess it was the Blade Alchemy account. Yes. All right. Here we go. We're going to remove all these names. We're going to add entry 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got 8. I think I got 8 members now. So you got a 1 in 8 chance of winning. Give me just a second to get these names typed in, and let me make sure I got everybody. My account, view channel, stats, YouTube Studio, earn, memberships. I don't know where I find my members. Huh. Hold on. figure this out. I promise I'm still here. Let me see. My page, my channel, manage. Could have sworn I found it this morning on my phone. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, it doesn't have their names. Well, that's just silly. Levels. Aha. Here they are. All right. Making the wheel now. Ron Crow. Pete. Laid off Pete. And then Ed Durbin. And then Ron Crow. These, I don't know what order that came in. And then Waylon. And then Scott. And then TC Blades. And then Fuchs. Fukadoozul. I had to get all the capitals right. And then Knives Are Live. All right, make sure I got everybody. Ron, Scott, Waylon, Ed, Pete, TC, Fuchs, and Knives Are Live. I believe that's all 8 of y'all. All right, got you all entered. I'm going to save this one as members giveaway. Save. I'm going to share it. Continue. Continue. Copy. I'm going to open the link, open the wheel in Firefox. All right, here we go. If you're still here, made it this long, we've got a wheel with 8 names on it. Members giveaway. Weird colors. Weird middle logo, but we don't care about none of that. We're not going to do any kind of shuffling or nothing. Fred, good morning, sir. We're about to do a member. When did you join, Fred? Are you a member? I didn't see you in the members list. Did you join? If you did, oh, it's okay, Fred. This is the end of the stream members giveaway. We need light gray, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you, Fred. Even though they can read all your emails and find it anyway, probably. All right, guys. 50K on black. Yeah, we got two orange, 2 dark grays, 2 whites, a light gray, and a black. Yeah, the Fuchs section of the pie is smaller. If there was a way I could make it smaller, I might, because Fuchs wins everything. All right, guys, I appreciate all my members immensely. You're going to get, you're going to get this box right here sent to you. So, without any further ado, here we go. Oh, we got sound. Ready to go. Scott. Waylon. Wow. That could have just solved 2 problems at once. I'm just kidding. Waylon gets 2 knives today. He's going from no titanium knives to 2 titanium knives in one day. So I was already going to send him a free titanium knife, but now he gets this one as well. So you're going to have 2 titanium knives, Waylon. Pete, how far were you off? Were you the next one? Nope, Scott was the next one. Pete, you're on the opposite side of the wheel, buddy. You'll win one eventually, Pete. The knife in the pouch. Oh. The knife in the pouch. The one under the pouch. This is a Tucson TS 144 with an awesome blade. Also awesome micro milling. Sever 7 sent me this knife for free. Just because he's so cool. I just got it last night. It's got awesome action. Perfect action. Drop shut. Beautiful knife. I got my fingerprints on it. But it's got a beautiful hollow grind. Beautiful milled clip. Killer blade shape. Yeah. I decided I'm going to send him. He wanted this one. So this is the in cozy that I did the lines on stream. A clone. So I'm going to send him this one back. He sent me this bag with the Tucson. So I'm about to box this one up and send it back to him. Yeah, Pete, it's an Arius clone. It's an Arius. Even says Koenig on it. It's a D2 version with titanium instead of the M390. This is the TS 144, Nick. There's one on eBay right now with their YJ steel proprietary. Yeah, Waylon, it couldn't have gone to a better guy, man. Somebody that doesn't have any titanium knives at all to get 2. That's awesome. I'm glad you won, buddy. All right, Fred. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here, too. Waylon, I got your info. I'm going to send those 2 knives off to you today. Sever, your knife's going off to you today. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks to my members for participating in the wheel spin. Sorry to the 7 of y'all that didn't win, but happy for you, Waylon. Yeah, he's oh, no problem, Waylon. I appreciate you too, buddy. If y'all need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Yeah, DSKFS and be up, just like Nick said. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. We'll do something interesting as far as modifying something goes tomorrow. I'll figure something out today to do. We'll try to get those chemicals mixed up and hope I don't explode and see how the fumes coming off of them are, and we might do that. Keep it scale stupid. You might could do it through the website. You might could do it online through a web browser instead of using your phone. I'm not sure. And I know you can buy Google Play gift cards to put a little money in your account. So maybe you could do it that way. I'm not totally sure, buddy. I don't like Google much either, but you got to deal with them so we can all get together in the mornings. But anyway, guys, y'all have a great one. Yeah, fumes are bad, especially hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Anyway, guys, love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.